Kaspa's been knocking on Binance's door for months now. The tech's legit, the community's rabid, the fundamentals stronger than your morning coffee. So why isn't KAS trading on the world's biggest exchange yet? And more importantly, when it finally happens, and trust me, it's a when, not an if. Are we looking at a moonshot or a massacre? Because if history's taught us anything, it's that Binance listings don't always go the way you'd expect. Buckle up, because what I'm about to show you might completely change how you're positioning yourself right now. What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and smash the like. We're diving deep into crypto's most interesting projects, and today we're talking about Kaspa's inevitable Binance moment. You're gonna want to stick around for this one. Let's get something straight. Kaspa isn't some desperate altcoin begging for exchange listings. KS is already live on Bybit, KuCoin, Kraken MEXC. That's not exactly small time. We're talking serious liquidity, serious volume, and serious market presence across multiple top-tier platforms. But here's the thing. Binance isn't just another exchange. It's the exchange. When Binance lists a token, it's like getting called up from the minor leagues to the World Series. Millions of retail traders use Binance as their primary platform. Institutional players scout there first. It's where projects go from interesting to impossible to ignore. The real question is what happens to your portfolio when that announcement finally drops. And my expert opinion, the answer's more complicated than most people think. Now, before you start planning your yacht purchase, let's talk about what actually happens when major exchanges list new tokens, because the pattern is borderline predictable at this point, and it's not always pretty. There's a cycle we've seen play out dozens of times. Massive pre-listing pump followed by an absolutely brutal post-listing dump. Sounds contradictory, right? You'd think listing on the world's biggest exchange would send prices to the moon and keep them there, but markets don't care about your expectations. Here's what typically unfolds. Word gets out, either officially or through leaks, that a Binance listing is imminent. Traders rush in, FOMO kicks into overdrive, and the price rallies hard in the days or weeks leading up to the announcement. Everyone's excited. Everyone's buying, the charts look beautiful, then listing day arrives, trading goes live on Binance, and suddenly, early investors and miners who've been sitting on massive bags decide it's time to cash out. Why? Because Binance brings liquidity. Deep liquidity. The kind where you can actually exit large positions without crashing the price. So they sell, and they sell hard. My take? This isn't manipulation. It's just human nature meeting market mechanics. People who got in early want to secure profits. Can you blame them? The volatility isn't a bug, it's a feature. The question is whether you're positioned to ride it or get wrecked by it. So, what makes Kaspa different, or does it even matter if the pattern's this predictable? Kaspa's already operating from a position of strength. This isn't some pump and dump meme coin with zero utility. We're talking about one of the top proof-of-work projects in the entire space. Kaspa's been ranking among the top proof-of-work coins for months. That's not luck. They track volume, community engagement, and market sentiment like hawks. A project with Kaspa's metrics doesn't fly under their radar. My expert analysis, this is about timing, not qualification. And Kaspa's trajectory suggests they're building towards something bigger. There's a scenario that, honestly, keeps me up at night. What if Binance isn't first? Crypto.com and Coinbase have been aggressive with listings lately. They're not sitting around waiting for Binance to make the first move. If either of them list Kaspa before Binance does, the entire narrative flips on its head. But Binance, they'd be following the wave instead of creating it. And in crypto, perception is everything. My opinion, this possibility makes the waiting game even more interesting. It creates urgency. It drives better listing terms. It accelerates adoption. Let's get tactical for a second. If you're holding KAS right now, or thinking about entering a position, understanding the pre-listing mechanics is crucial. By the time Binance actually tweets the announcement, a significant portion of the move has already happened. The smart money accumulates quietly during boring periods, like right now, when everyone's distracted by the next shiny object. Then when the announcement hits, they're already positioned. The retail FOMO crowd? Yeah, they're buying at or near the top, right before the early investors start unloading. Here's what separates the traders from the holders. What happens after the listing day volatility settles down? Kaspa's got fundamentals in spades. We're talking about a proof-of-work blockchain with transaction speeds that rival proof-of-stake networks, true decentralization, an active development team, growing ecosystem partnerships. It's growing because the technology works and the community believes in the vision. That's the foundation that sustains projects through bear markets and volatility storms. Let me be clear, a Binance listing is huge. its transformative exposure, its liquidity on steroids, its legitimacy in the eyes of millions of potential investors who won't touch a project until it's on their exchange. Kaspa's story goes way beyond getting listed on any single platform. The real narrative is about building sustainable technology, expanding real-world use cases, and maintaining community engagement through multiple market cycles. So, when is this actually happening? Well, nobody knows for certain, and honestly, anyone claiming they do is probably just trying to sell you something. But, we can definitely read the signals. Kaspa's volume just keeps climbing, social metrics are strengthening, and development updates, yeah, they keep rolling out. Could be next month, could be next quarter, but the pieces are aligning. Whether you're currently holding KAS or considering a position, here's my expert take on positioning. If you're just chasing the listing pump, be honest with yourself about that strategy. Set clear profit targets, have stop losses in place, know that you're trading, not investing, and that the post-listing dump is probably coming for your position. Prices will swing, volume will explode, social media will go absolutely insane for about 48 hours. If you found this valuable, check out my other video on undervalued proof-of-work projects. I think you'll find some interesting insights there. And as always, hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Your support keeps this channel going. Quick reminder, nothing in this video is financial advice. Crypto's volatile, unpredictable, and absolutely not for everyone. Do your own research, understand the risks, and never invest more than you can afford to lose. Stay safe out there.